Have you ever wondered how one single moment can change an athlete's life forever? In the NBA, where legends are made and championships are won, one unexpected play can erase years of hard work in just a few seconds. A packed arena, millions of fans watching around the world, and one shocking moment that nobody saw coming. Careers have been transformed by incredible highlights, but they have also been cut short by devastating injuries, violent collisions, and heartbreaking circumstances. Today, we're taking a look at some of the most unforgettable NBA moments that forever changed the careers of incredible players. Some fought back, some never returned to the same level, and some left fans wondering what could have been. Welcome back to HoopNexis, your home for the biggest NBA stories, unforgettable moments, legendary players, and the hidden history behind basketball's greatest headlines. If you're passionate about the NBA, make sure to subscribe and join our growing community, because every week we bring you stories that every basketball fan needs to know. Basketball is one of the fastest sports in the world. Every possession lasts only seconds, and every jump, cut, or collision carries risk. Most fans remember championships and buzzer beaters, but players know that every game could become the turning point of an entire career. Few moments demonstrate that better than Derrick Rose's devastating ACL injury during the 2012 NBA playoffs. At only 23 years old, Rose had already become the youngest MVP in league history. His explosive athleticism made him nearly impossible to guard, and many believed he was destined to become the face of the NBA for years to come. Late in Game 1 against Philadelphia, Rose drove toward the basket before planting his left foot. Without contact from another player, his knee buckled. The United Center instantly fell silent. Trainers rushed onto the floor while fans watched in disbelief. Medical examinations later confirmed a torn ACL, an injury that would keep him away from basketball for an entire season. Although Rose eventually returned to the NBA, he was never quite the same explosive player. Instead, he reinvented himself, relying on skill, experience, and determination rather than pure athleticism. His emotional 50-point game years later became one of the league's most inspiring comeback stories, proving that even after devastating setbacks, greatness can still shine. Another unforgettable moment came in October 2017 when Gordon Hayward made his debut for the Boston Celtics after signing one of the biggest contracts of his career. Expectations were sky high. Fans believed Boston had assembled a championship contender. Only minutes into the opening game, Hayward jumped to catch an alley-oop pass. As he landed, his ankle twisted in a horrifying direction. Players immediately looked away while medical staff rushed onto the court. The arena became completely silent. The injury shocked not only Celtics fans but the entire basketball world. Hayward underwent surgery and missed almost the entire season. Although he returned to professional basketball, many experts agreed that the injury permanently changed his career trajectory. History also remembers one of the most violent moments ever seen on an NBA court involving Rudy Tomjanovich. During a game in 1977, a fight broke out between players. As Tomjanovich ran toward the altercation, believing he could help separate teammates, he was unexpectedly punched by Kermit Washington. The punch caused catastrophic facial injuries, including multiple fractures and severe trauma. Tomjanovich later described hearing fluid inside his skull as he struggled to understand what had happened. Recovery required extensive surgery and rehabilitation. Although he eventually returned to play, the incident remains one of the darkest moments in NBA history and forever changed how the league handled on-court violence. Not every career-changing moment comes from physical contact. Bosh experienced something entirely different. After becoming one of the NBA's premier stars and winning championships with Miami, doctors discovered recurring blood clots. The condition created a life-threatening health risk that made continuing his career impossible. Unlike injuries that happen in front of millions of viewers, Bosh's battle happened behind the scenes. Fans hoped every season that he might return, but protecting his long-term health became more important than basketball. His story reminds everyone that athletes face challenges far beyond what happens during games. Another heartbreaking example belongs to Brandon Roy. Early in his career, Roy looked destined to become one of the NBA's biggest superstars. His scoring ability, leadership, and clutch performances made him one of the league's brightest young talents. Unfortunately, chronic knee problems slowly robbed him of his athleticism. Multiple surgeries and constant pain prevented him from performing at the elite level fans expected. Although he briefly attempted a comeback, persistent injuries ultimately forced him away from the game much earlier than anyone imagined. Sometimes, careers are changed by controversy rather than injuries. The Malice at the Palace remains one of the most infamous nights in NBA history. What began as a hard foul quickly escalated into one of the largest player-fan confrontations ever witnessed in professional sports. Suspensions followed, reputations changed, and several careers never fully recovered from the consequences of that chaotic evening. The incident forced the NBA to implement stricter security measures and stronger disciplinary policies that still influence the league today. These stories all share one important lesson. Every player enters the court believing they will leave healthy, but no one can predict what will happen during the next possession. Fans often remember statistics, championships, and highlight reels. Yet behind every great player is an incredible amount of sacrifice, preparation, and uncertainty. The NBA continues to evolve with improved sports medicine, advanced training techniques, and better injury prevention than ever before. Even so, the game remains unpredictable. Every season introduces new stars while reminding us just how fragile professional careers can be. For every championship celebration, there are players fighting through pain behind the scenes. For every viral highlight, there is another athlete beginning months of rehabilitation. The difference between becoming a legend and becoming one of basketball's greatest what-if stories can sometimes be measured in a single step, one awkward landing, or one unexpected collision. That is why these moments continue to resonate with basketball fans around the world. They remind us that behind every jersey number is a human being chasing a dream, risking everything every time they step onto the hardwood. The courage to return after devastating setbacks often deserves just as much respect as winning a